Next up from the Hammer Volume 5 set, Death and Deceit, comes number 185 in the Indicator collection, and that is the Scarlet Blade. Now this was probably the hardest sell for me in this one, set in the 17th century. This was all about Cromwell's army that had usurped the king. The king was fleeing, and you had the British country split into two: people who still backed the king, people who backed Cromwell. And as the movie starts, we get the Red Army, which is basically Cromwell's fanatics, moving in to this stately home where it's all kind of the king supporters and taking over this house. But what we find is we have a rebellion here, led by the Scarlet Blade, who is going to fight back against this army with the help of a few surprising members. Now, I really wasn't feeling this one. It took a good 20 minutes to really sink into what this movie was going to become. Once I get into it, I really enjoyed it, and that was big in part thanks to Oliver Reed's wonderful performance as Captain Sylvester in this one. He is the second in command of this troop that take over the house, but he falls in love with his superior's daughter, and the daughter just happens to be a part of the rebellion, and as such he then becomes part of the rebellion, working both sides, sharing information and creating twists along the way. And it was one of those really rich characters that I really enjoyed, and he was not the forefront of the movie, but he is a big part of it, and was the part that I really enjoyed the most. Because what you have here is a character who whose moral compass is pretty much swayed by an attractive woman. Bit of a stretch for Reed, but we'll go with it. And he is led on this marriage chase by this woman who you're not really too sure if she feels anything for him or if she is using him. And later on in the movie, when he starts to feel as if he's been used, he stops sharing information, and the rebellion starts to falter a little bit. And he says it's because he is, put upon by this woman, because he feels that he doesn't have that love reciprocated, and that he's just being used, and he has a kind of tantrum about it, refusing to help them. It's just a wonderfully nuanced and very interesting role, and I think Reed really does terrific work here in this one. And the movie itself is fun. There's plenty of action set pieces which I found really interesting and fun. They're kind of funny as well. We have a moment where they're about to kill the master of the manor, who they'd caught as being a rebel, and the rebellion know about it, and they're creeping up on the guards, the people that are there to kind of surprise them, because Sylvester has told everybody what's going on. And we see these guys creeping up with bushes, and they're kind of like opening them up, and then when the guards turn around, they're closing them, and it's just really funny, and you're laughing along with it, and then all of a sudden they jump out and kill everybody that's there, and this creative and wonderful action set piece. And I just really liked how it went. Every time I thought I kind of had this pegged, it changed to something else, where our main captain or person that's ahead of this army that's at this house goes away and is replaced with someone else who instantly suspects Sylvester as being a mole, and then it kind of changes the dynamic of the movie yet again. The Scarlet Blade wasn't the best in this set. It took me a little while, like I said, to settle into this one, but once I did, it was the performers, it was the setting, it was the delicious nature of that character and his twisting moral compass that really drove the movie forward for me. And it was another entertaining flick. I really ended up on the side of liking this one at the end, and I'd love to know your thoughts on the Scarlet Blade. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.